What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Tactic Tester with Bayer Leverkusen. We're still trying to work things out. I've made some changes to the tactic that I think are working. Like, I need to make more changes because I think I've figured out our defensive ability, our defensive, deficiencies. I think I've got them figured out. We're seemingly doing pretty well defensively now. We've been the better team in every game we've played since I last joined you. We've been the better team. We've created more chances, created more shots on target, more XG. We're just not scoring nearly enough. So I've figured out our defense, but now I need to figure out our attack. I'm doing something different just for this game to try to fix it. But before we get to that, let's go through the schedule. Last saw you for Cluj and Gladbach. We played Bielefeld, beat them 1-0. It wasn't that convincing. It took a 71st minute goal from Bellarabi just to get the win. They were like 18th, so they were completely in terrible form. And we just still couldn't score. We had to play Sargent because Schick was injured. So without Schick, we just don't have a goal scorer. Like, Sargent's not that good. Alario is just tragic. He's just horrific. And then Bellarabi and Diaby and all those players, Bailly, they're just not scoring nearly enough. So we're just completely relying on Schick for all of our goals. When he isn't in there, we're not scoring very well. One against Bielefeld, a 0-0 with Cluj. I had to start Alario. Schick was just coming back from injury, but he wasn't fit. I brought him on late in the game. He couldn't quite find the goal, but again, we're strong defensively. We're just not creating anything going forward. We're just not creating... I feel like we're creating a decent number of chances. Like, in this Cluj game, we had 15 shots, 6 on target. That should be good enough to score a goal or two. And we're just not scoring them. But defensively, we look good. 1 goal allowed in the last 3 games. That's an improvement. I mean, look at before in the Bundesliga, we allowed none in the first game. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, none, 1. Well, that one was in the Bundesliga, but yeah, I think we're figuring out a defensive ability. But Hertha, again, Schick scores the goal. He's the only one scoring. I needed goals from our wingers especially. We're not getting enough goals from them. They should be our secondary goal scorers. And then I think we need some more goals from our tertiary goal scorers, like our inverted wingbacks and attacking midfielder. Like, they need to pop up with some goals. I don't think they have a single goal between all 3 of them. So look at our wingbacks, 0 goals, and 0 goals from Dimmerby. So we've not gotten a single goal from an attacking midfielder or a starting attacking midfielder or a starting wingback. Weiser has a goal. Aaron Geese has a goal, but he's played defensive midfield. And that's their only goals. We're just not getting enough goals from the rest of the team. Like, when Ta is your secondary goal scorer, like second leading goal scorer, that's an issue. Only 3 goals from Bailly, only 3 goals from Bellarabi. And they've played a decent number of games. Bailly a little bit more. So I think that's really the key. Bailly should be our best player, and he's just not showing up. 6.64 in his last 5. Schick, 6.68 in his last 5. It's just, we're not getting good enough performances in terms of players in front of goal to help us win these games. The change I've made defensively, you can't really see it here. Obviously, it's only a change I make in the game. I get my wingers to mark their central midfielders. So the right winger marks their left central midfielder. Our left winger marks their right central midfielder. So defensively they're playing here, and we can create kind of like a 4-1, 5-1-2-1-2 kind of thing, 5-1-2-1-1 kind of look, and force them to go outside because they were just destroying us down the middle every single time. Bender wasn't enough. Like, they were just flooding past him and just overloading our center backs. But bringing them to marking the central midfielders is forcing them further out wide, and that's where we seem to be okay at. Like, we've defended it pretty well. That's where they scored the 1 goal in the Hertha game, was from a cross outside. But it seems like we're much less likely to score a goal for forcing the ball outside. And I think it's working. Our offensive changes, we have changed our inverted wingbacks onto attack. Like, they've got a defensive midfielder behind them and 3 center backs, so they can afford to get forward. And they need to get more involved in the attacking play. They have, how many assists do they have? Like 1 between the 2 of them? 2. Arias has 2 assists. Vindel's done nothing this season. Arias has 2 assists. Visor has 1 assist. St. Graven's just absolutely horrific. So yeah, we're just not. I think part of it's our wingbacks aren't good enough, and part of it's they're just not getting involved like they should be. So I'm going to try that change, see if that helps us offensively. I think I've fixed it defensively, so let's get into this game. Let's see how it looks. We've only played like 1 or 2 Bundesliga games since I made the change. I think 2. So we don't have a whole lot of evidence to see whether it's really working or not, but I feel like it is. So let's get into the game. The squad I'm going with, Jedvaj has to come in because Sven Bender is injured. That's our only injury right now. Otherwise, it's our strongest lineup. Vindel is put in good performance every now and then, so he's going to get the start. Bender, defensive midfield, just because I need to be a little bit more defensive solid against the Leicester team away from home. And Aaron Geese hasn't done anything this season, so I might as well start Lars Bender. Bellarabi, Demirbay, Leon Bailly, Schick. Demirbay's been good. I've been happy with Demirbay, but it's not enough. He's creating the chances, just no one's scoring them. So we need to get a clinical edge. One thing I want to show before we get into the game, to kind of back up my point, if we look at our last 3 matches, this is since I made the change to start marking their central midfielders. We're not getting destroyed down the middle. We are struggling to attack down the left, which I don't know what to do about that. I'm already trying to look for the overlap on the wings. So I'm trying to get the wings involved. I don't know what else I can do. I don't want to focus play down the wing because I want our play mostly to come through the middle, but I want to get our wings involved a little bit more than they are. So I don't know what to do there. But we've only converted 1 of our 28 touches into a goal in the opposition penalty area. We've scored 1 of our 14 shots from inside the penalty area. So we've had nearly 5 shots a game inside the penalty area, and we've scored 1 of them. That is just awful. That is just bad quality from your front 3 that are taking these shots. Like, I'm getting them shots in good positions. They're just not scoring them. So at some point, there's nothing I can do. I just need better quality players. So I feel like the tactic's doing okay. But let's get into this game. See if our changes are going to do anything. See if they'll help. Maybe they'll hurt. Because the wingbacks might even get completely out of position and we can be absolutely destroyed down the wings. But you got to try it. That's why this is the tactic tester. Because we have to test. So let's test. We say this is a great opportunity to show all the critics they are wrong. Go and show them what we're made of. Our form has turned around a little bit, but we're not getting wins. We've only have 1 win in our last, I don't even know how many games. Sven Bender misses out due to injury. How much of an absence will he be? He's a big loss, and I don't like knowing we won't have him available. He's probably been our most consistent center back. Taw's been decent too, just in terms of getting goals, but Bender, I think, has been the better defender. Is stopping Wilfred and Ndidi a worry given the form he's been in? I'm never worried about the opposition. They'll always have good players. We just have to focus on ourselves. I like that. We have to focus on what we can do. Let's pause the game right off the bat and make our change. See, who are their central midfielders? Madison on the left, Tielemans on the right. Definitely want to man mark them. So you will man mark Madison. Man mark James Madison. You will man mark Yuri Tielemans. And then I won't tell the defense midfielder to man mark their attacking midfielder. He'll do it anyways. Well, he won't man mark, but he'll mark him anyways. So I don't think I need to tell him to do that. I want him to kind of have a free roll a little bit. Don't want to tell him exactly where to be following the attacking midfielder wherever he goes. And it's Oyoze Perez, so it's not like a creative player. So it's more of a dynamic, goal-scoring kind of potential player. So I don't think I need to man mark him. But, I mean, if they show me I need to, I will. But as Cengiz Ünder is going to have the ball to Perez. Tielemans with the cross end. And it's going to be just headed over by Jamie Vardy. That looked far too easy. Every one of their players is getting their head on the ball, and we can't stop them. We have 3 center backs in the box. Surely we should be winning some of those headers. This is a pretty big game, too. If we win this, we guarantee top of the group. We've already guaranteed we're going through the group, so we're guaranteed that we're going to the knockout rounds. But I want to finish top of the group. Beating Leicester will guarantee that a draw, and we still have to get a good result in our next game to guarantee that we win the group. Because Leicester are probably going to win. They've won every other game, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm kind of happy. I'm going to say whoops, I hit the wrong one. I was going to say I'm pleased, but there's a lot more to come from you. A lot more to come from you, and a lot more to come from you. Again, Schick on a 6.5, Bellarabi on a 6.5. Just not good enough from our attackers. Wendell on a 6.5. Like, our wingbacks are doing nothing. They're not getting involved in the game. I'm trying to get them involved as much as I can. Maybe I need to slow down play to get them involved. That's a change I might try to make. Slow down play just to get more players involved in the match, because I think we might be moving too fast for our wingbacks to really get involved in the attacking play. I don't know if maybe that's the case. I'm not sure. But that's the only kind of conclusion I can come to right now. Because I'm just at a loss. Because I feel like this should be working. It makes sense in my head. It's just not showing it on the pitch. So I do like the man marking. It makes it much harder for their midfielders to get on the ball. And forces them, like they are now, going down the wings. Which we don't have a whole lot of strength down the wings, but I feel like it's better than them going through the middle. So I'm happy with our defensive ability right now. I just need to see more going forward, as Schick's not going to get on the end of that one. Oh, but Schmeichel drops it. What a howler from Kasper Schmeichel. That looked to be just an easy grab, and it bounces off of him. It falls right to Patrick Schick, and he does not fail to put it in the back of the net. That is an absolute howler from the goalkeeper. Bounces off his foot and goes right to Schick. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is pretty unfortunate if you're a Leicester fan. They've gone to a 4-3-3, but I think we still should be man marking the right players. Madison's on the right, or Madison's on the left, and I think I had. Let me just double check, make sure I've got Bellarabi man marking Madison. Let's see. No, he's marking Tielemans. Is that right? No, he should be marking Madison. Right? Left-sided is Madison. You should be marking James Madison. Did I just hit cancel instead? I think I did. James Madison, okay. You should be marking. Oh, yeah, now he's marking Didi. I don't want that. Yuri Tielemans. Now I'll tell my attacking midfielder to man mark their defensive midfielder, Wilfred and Didi. Okay. So that should completely mark out their midfield from the match. Like, it's working. Like, we're away from home, and we've got the more chances on target, higher XG, as they get a couple shots right in quick succession. We have a lot of tired players, though. Arias is tired. I'll bring in Visor. Both of our wingers are tired. Bellarabi's not playing well either, so I'll take him off. I'll bring on Amiri. I trust him more than Damari Gray. I'm going to leave Bailly on there for right now. Because if they score, I need someone I trust can score a goal. And, well, I don't know if he can score a goal, but he can make a change. I guess somebody must have been in the face of the goalkeeper, because Tapsoba was definitely not offside. Yeah, he's directly in front of him. Yedvai is definitely in front of the goalkeeper. Sometimes I think man marking the goalkeeper on those instances just isn't worth it, because you get so many of those happening. Like, I feel like it's a good idea, and usually they don't call that when they're doing a corner. Like, if there's a player in front of the goalkeeper, like, there's always going to be a player in front of the goalkeeper on a corner. So usually they don't call it, but, I mean, you kind of have to call it there. We probably should have gone up 2-1 right there, but I'm fine with how we're doing. You know, we're strong defensively. They've had quite a decent number of shots, but their XG isn't that high. Let's work on time wasting. I want to actually make a couple more changes. Let's lower the tempo. I'm not going to lower it all the way, but I'm going to lower it a little bit. Stop running at the defense. Yeah, I think those are the only changes I'm going to make. Just to be a little bit more solid defensively. Try to waste a little bit more time. Tell the team to focus. Do a time-wasting sub. Bailly's going to come off now for Diaby. Vindel's had a bad game. I'll take him off. I guess Staley, St. Graven. I don't have any other choices. If we were going forward in this series, we would definitely be needing a new right inverted wingback, because neither of those guys are any good. Hopefully we can see out the game now. Only a minute left, and we guarantee that we finish top of the group in the Europa League. I don't know how Schick immediately got to a 7.3 there. He was on a 6.9 again, but in the last 2 minutes he went up to a 7.3. Good game though. Uh, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. I'm happy with that. It shows our defensive changes have worked. Like we look pretty solid defensively. We're not conceding. We didn't concede a whole lot of highlights from them. Like, did they even have an attacking highlight that game? Not many, if there was any. So I I like what we're doing. I think that change to have our wingers mark their midfielders has been huge. But now we just need to figure out how we can score more. 'Cause still, one goal is not enough. We need to score more than that. Like, we're not going to consistently hold teams to no goals. So we have to realistically score more goals than what we're scoring. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like the inverted wingbacks on attack has really fixed it. Didn't feel like anything changed. So I don't know what I can do. Maybe it's slowing down the play. But I typically like to play fast. That's just how I prefer playing the game. Vindel is suspended for the next game. That's not ideal. Daily Syncroven has to come in. And I don't really have a third. I guess Frimpong can kind of play on either side. Is he kind of two-footed? No, he's got very weak left foot or a weak left foot. I don't think. Where is he? Where is? Am I blind? Oh, Fosu Mensah's right there. I don't think he's got a reasonable left foot. I'll go Frimpong as the backup there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the change is. Maybe we could just go on attacking because we've got such good defensive stability that. But I mean, I say that we conceded quite a few chances. They had like 9 shots, 4 on target. Like, that's usually enough for a team to score a goal. We're gonna just take the tempo down one tick. Still want to play for set pieces. Still want to play out of defense. Still want to overlap. Still want to work the ball into the box. I think I still want to run a defense. Maybe I distribute to the fullbacks. Try to get them to do some ball progression instead of going through our center backs. But yeah, let's try distributing to the fullbacks. Because like when you distribute to the center backs, the fullbacks can't really start to get forward, or else if the center backs turn the ball over, they're completely out of position. So giving the fullbacks the ball, letting them do a little bit of the ball progression themselves, might help getting them involved in the play. Let's try that. Usually I don't like to play fullbacks when we're playing 3 at the back, but I think it might help this time. Maybe I need to push the lineup. Maybe that'll help get the fullbacks involved. Don't really want to go much higher. Defensively, I don't want to mess up what we're doing defensively. And I feel like a high line is always questionable with 3 at the back. I'll try it for this next game. I'll use the offside trap. If we score a few goals, I might keep it. If we don't, I'll go back. That one I'm really not sure about, but it's worth a shot. So I'll do this press conference, and I'll see you for the Schalke game. So this is not ideal. We've had to do a lot of chopping and changing going into this game. Obviously, we already knew Syncroven was going to have to start. But our 3 attacking midfielders were all tired. Demirbay, Bellarabi, and Bailly all not fully fit for this game. So I've had to change it up quite a bit. I'm going with Amiri on the right. Florian Wirtz, who's a youngster, it's like a 17-year-old attacking midfielder. Basically, their next big thing from the attacking midfield position. So their next Havertz, that is. So I think he's better than Demarai Gray is. So I think having Wirtz and Amiri on the pitch is better than having a Demarai Gray on the pitch. So I've got Amiri there, Wirtz there, and Diaby, who I trust completely at left wing. I think that's what we're going to do. Like, Bellarabi, Demirbay, and Bailly can quickly come in this game. We have quite a bit of subs to use, obviously, in the Bundesliga in the first season. So I can easily make those subs early on if those need to be made, if we're falling behind or anything like that. So I know I made those changes hoping they'd help us in the attack, but this obviously really hurts us in the attack, being down 3 of our best players. So we might not see the results immediately, but I brought Aaron Geese back in as the deep line playmaker. Schalke are like 15th in the league. They're not very good. We should be handling them comfortably, even if it's away from home. I don't think... Yeah, Bender's still not back. He's out another 6 days to 2 weeks. So, yeah, this is what we're going to do. Let's give it a shot. See if their changes change anything. See if we look any bit more attacking. Like, I can't really put any more players on attack, or else we're just going to be just out of this world attacking. We've got, what, 5 players on attack? Surely that's enough to get goals. I don't know. Let's get into it and see if we can find out. I'm going to tell them we're favorites and should be winning this comfortably. It's the truth. We're not in good form, but we should be winning this game. Are you hopeful that a change in playing style will result in a change in fortunes for the better? I certainly hope so. What we were doing wasn't working, so it's time for a change. Vindal is suspended. How big of an absence will he be today? It's not ideal, but we're adapting, and we believe we can go out there and win. Obviously, I don't trust St. Graven at all, but like I said before, I don't really have many choices. He's our only other left-footed player that can play out on the... Well, it's a fullback. Like, our other left-footed players are all attackers, so don't really want to put them right in front of the wing-back. We are 11 points below Bayern Munich with a game in hand, so we're not completely out of it yet. I'm still hoping for a top 2 finish. I think the first spot is out of contention. I don't think we're going to pull back and pit Bayern to the lead, because they're just not going to lose that many points. They're not going to drop enough points for us to really come back. So we need to hope... Oh, I forgot to do our man marking. Whoops. I just realized I forgot to do our man marking. Who's on the left-hand side? Mascarell on the left. So you should be marking Mascarell. Mascarell. And then whoever their other central midfielder is, you should be marking. Serdar. Confirm those changes. Gone 5 minutes without it. Hopefully they don't score a goal here. Otherwise, I'll feel like it's completely because I didn't make those changes. But it looks like they're not going to score. Livakovic with the save. We live to fight another day. I'm hoping this continues to work, because if this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Like, the only other choice would be to just completely change the formation, because this is the only other way we're going to be able to mark out their midfielders. And like I said, if this doesn't work, it's a change of formation. But I don't want to do that, because the whole thing is tactic testers, to find one tactic and test it and try to get it to work. And changing it completely isn't... I'd be making a new tactic, and then I need a new episode or a new series, because it's as he chips them. Great start. 18 minutes in, and our goalkeeper gets chipped by Paciencia far too easily. From a goal kick to Aaron Geese, who gives the ball straight to Serdar, who Ta is just so far forward for no reason. The goalkeeper runs out for, again, basically no reason, and gives him an easy chip. This team, man. Like, I feel like that's not even a problem, not even a fault of my tactic, because that's just one of my best players, Aaron Geese, passing directly to their player. Like, what am I supposed to do when they're doing that? I can only do so much. I can't make my players pass to the right team. And apparently, they're not smart enough to do it on their own. I'm far from pleased. Where is St. Graven at 6.2? He is horrid. I'm furious with their performance. You and Aaron Geese. Absolutely furious. How is he so bad? He's on a 6.1. He's gone down 0.1 in 5 minutes. Is he just, like, sleeping on the pitch? Is he literally just laying down and sleeping? That's the only way I can think he can have such a bad rating. Schick has a chance here, but he's not got the angle. He puts it back to Amiri. Saved onto the crossbar. That should have been a goal. That was a golden opportunity. Our best chance of the game so far. As Diaby with the ball in. It nearly gets past the keeper. A cross that nearly goes all the way through into the back of the net. But not quite. I'm thinking Bellarabi and all of them are coming on pretty dang soon. Wirtz is coming off right now. He's not playing well. Demirbay is such a big player for this team. He's coming on immediately. We definitely need the ability of those guys. in the front three, front four to get back into this game because our backups aren't doing it. Diaby's tired. Bay's coming in. Miri hasn't done anything. Bellarabi's coming in. I don't have an option to fix Aaron Geese or St. Graven. I could put in Bender, but that's a more defensive option. I'm not strengthening our attack at all. I'm actually going to take him off defend and put him on support. I'm actually going to push him up to central midfielder. Deep line playmaker on support. I don't know what else I can do to go more attacking. I literally don't know what I can do. Unless I play 3 strikers, which we don't have 3 strikers. We only have 1 competent striker, and he's only competent half the time. Attacking. Push the line. It'll let me push the line all the way up. What else can I do? I don't really want to go more direct because we don't have anyone that can win the knockdown. Schick's not that tall. Baye and Dimmer and Bellarabi are not tall. Baye is decently tall. I think Baye is like 6 foot, but he might win it against a fullback, but he's definitely not winning against a center back. Stop working the ball. I'm going to try stop working the ball into the box because I don't know, because it showed us before when I was looking at our past performances, we're not scoring from outside the box. We've not scored a single goal outside the box all season long. And we're not scoring inside the box. We're getting one of our last 14 shots in the box has gone in. What else can I do? Working the ball into the box doesn't help because they can't score in the box. Shooting on sight doesn't work because they can't score outside the box. So I have no choices to make. I have no options. I just think the quality of this team is too bad. I think this is a mid-table team that's pretending to be a top 4 team. The quality is just not there. Schick is too young and too inexperienced. Baye is bad. He's just not a good player in this game. He doesn't do anything. He does just good enough to not have an awful average rating, but he doesn't do anything to get a good rating. He never has that many good games. He doesn't get involved. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't get assists. He has 6 goals and assists through 20 matches almost. That's not good enough. That's not even close to good enough for what player that should be one of our best players. He should be getting double-digit goals and assists this season, and it's not going to happen on his current form. Demirbay, he's not scoring any goals. We need to see him pop up with an occasional goal. He's not on attack or anything, but he's still an attacking midfielder. I don't know what to do. Aaron Geese has just been absolutely dreadful. He's coming off. Bender's coming on. I know it's a defensive change, but I don't know what else I can do. I'm not going to play him as a deep line playmaker. I'm going to play him as a box-to-box. St. Graven, good lord. I'm going to play Visor there. He's on his weak foot, cutting in on his weak foot, but it's better than having one of the worst players in world football on the pitch at any time. If we lose to freaking Schalke, I'm done with this series. Good lord. Score a freaking goal. How does this team not have any goal-scoring ability? They've got one of the best set-piece takers in the world. Bellarabi, are you kidding me? What is his first touch? I need to see what is his first touch, because that was horrific. 13. Yeah, that's not 13 first touch. That's 7 first touch. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss for what to do. I can't go any more attacking than I currently am unless I go very attacking all game long. My players just aren't doing it. Aren't doing their jobs. I feel like I'm doing everything I can to get them to score goals, but my players just aren't doing the job. Arias put the ball to Baye, over the top for Bellarabi, and he misses. I don't have the quality. I'm not working with good enough players to win football games. 10 shots, 5 on target, 1 XG, no goals. They have 0.5 XG and get a goal. That's what a clinical player looks like. We don't have anyone like that. Schick, absolutely awful. Bailly stealing a 7.0. He did nothing. Demirbay stealing a 7.0. He did nothing. Wingbacks, absolutely nothing. Sinkgraven, literally the worst player I've ever used in Football Manager. I don't think I've seen him get above a 6.3. I'm at a loss. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to throw a water bottle at their faces. Because they're incompetent. I am furious with everything you're doing. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm at a loss. I'm completely at a loss. Does anyone have any idea how to get goals from this tactic? Because it feels like it should be getting goals. There are 3 players. There are 5 players on attack. 2 inverted wingbacks who should be getting up here. Wingers who should be up here. Whoops. Attacking midfielder who should be around here, on the edge of the box. An advance forward. Like, okay, think of a 4-2-3-1. You know, obviously a very attacking formation. You have 2 center midfielders and this. 2 center midfielders, wingbacks getting in here. They're even more advanced than most center midfielders would be in a 4-2-3-1. 2 center midfielders and the front 4. How this is no different than me playing a 4-2-3-1. In attack, it's literally no different from playing a 4-2-3-1. The only difference is I don't have overlapping fullbacks. But I have underlapping inverted wingbacks who are getting farther forward than a traditional central midfielder will get. And I have a deep-lying playmaker behind all of them, supposedly, should be dictating the play. But Aaron Geese has been absolutely awful. 6.75 average rating. He's supposed to be, like, going into the season, he was labeled as our key player. He's been woeful. All of my players that should be our best players have been absolutely woeful. The only player that showed up at all this season is Jonathan Tah and Patrick Schick sometimes. No one else has shown up at all this season. I feel like I need to try this again with a different team. Because I think this team just sucks. I think this team just straight up sucks. I don't think anything would work with... I kind of want to do that. I kind of have another series, well, another part of this, where I give them a normal tactic, say a 4-2-3-1, and see if they can play better. Because I don't understand why they wouldn't be playing better doing this, but if they don't, then I know it's the team that's broken. And not my tactic, because I feel like this tactic should be working. I don't know. I can say it over and over again, but I'm at a loss. I'll try some more things. I'll try starting on attacking. Not very attacking. I'll lower the tempo even more. Stop running at the defense? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't think running at the defense has hurt this team. I think it's their lack of any scoring ability that has stopped this team. Their lack of any attacking ability. Like, I feel like we should be running at the defense with the wingers we have, with Bellarabi and Bailly. They should be running at the defense at every single given opportunity because they should be winning that battle. They are good dribblers. They are quick. They should be running at... I'm not taking off run to defense. It needs to be on at this tactic. I didn't notice distributing to fullbacks doing absolutely anything. They still didn't get involved at all. Pushing higher up didn't seem to do anything. Like, all it did was get Tah out of position that let the guy go through on goal. So I'm going to bring it back. Take off the offside trap. That did not help us at all. I don't know what to do. I'm finally at a loss. I feel like I've gone as attacking as I possibly can. As reasonably as I can. I've tried Aaron Geese as a central midfielder. It didn't do anything. Without completely changing the tactic, I don't think there's anything I can do. Well, I'll see where we're going to be back for. I think I'm going to play quite a bit. Bayern Munich's coming up, though, but we're just going to get destroyed. I don't need to show that game. It's not even going to be close. They're going to just mollywop us. I'll play quite a few games. Might come back for Dortmund, Wolfsburg. Two teams kind of around our level. I've already played Wolfsburg once, but what was the score to that game? 2-0. Back when we could score more than one goal. When was the last time we scored more than one goal? A 3-0 win against Cluj in the league. 2-2 draw with Augsburg 2 months ago. It's been 2 months and we've not scored 2 goals in a single game outside of a Europa League game against a team in the Romanian league. In the entire time. Like, we can't score. Yeah, I'll come back for Dortmund Wolfsburg, play quite a few games, see if I can figure something out. I don't think I have any money, so I can't do any transfers. I have absolutely no money. So unless I sell, I can't buy. And I don't think I have anyone that I can sell, really. Dragovic probably isn't worth anything. 1.9 million, that's not going to help me at all. Baumgartlinger, 2.9, that's not going to help me at all. Damari Gray, 8, maybe that could help me a little bit, but not really. And I kind of need him, because I need a little bit more. I need some depth there, because Amiri would be our only other option if I sold him. No one else can play. Literally, no one else can play. I mean, Bayer can, but he'd be on his wrong foot. Well, I'm going to sit here and think about it for the next 3 hours. I hope you've gleaned something from this. I don't know. I don't know what you could have learned. Obviously, don't do what I'm doing. I think that's the only thing you've learned. Whatever I'm doing, don't do that, because this is not good. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I guess I'll see you next time.